Yo, what's up? This is the G from Force Training Academy. Today I have a quick question with a long answer about the pull-up. He has a good form in pull-up. His form is perfect, yet after every set, his shoulders are hurting. Good morning, this is the G from Force Training Academy. Today's video is about education than more than anything else. The question was about the pull-up, but I think your problem reaches a little bit deeper in the human mind than a simple pull-up. The pull-up is just a manifestation of the issue. Research it for yourself and you say that your pull-up is fine, but your shoulders saying otherwise. And let go of your pride and listen to your body and respect what it says. Because I can tell you that you do everything right, but if your body tells you otherwise, guess who you're gonna listen to? Not me, right? So I think this problem reaches deeper into the human mind, and it's more the way we've been conditioned. Our generation just has this issue to say this case of being soldiers and being like to be told what to do, told exactly what to do. You know, you just go online and you buy a video course that tells you exactly what to do to achieve such and such. My question is to you about this. If the thing you're buying into, let it be a book, let it be an article, let it be an online course, let it be whatever, it's not interactive, right? You cannot provide live feedback about your situation. Then how the hell you expect it to be something what exactly shows you what to do, right? Especially when you talk about exercise, especially when you talk about movement, but really everything else falls into this category. Let's say business falls into this category, right? I bought business courses before to run this gym, what claimed to tell me exactly what to do, but my business is different because I'm a different business person. Right? So the exactly what to do courses didn't do shit for me. If anything, they probably damaged my business. I got an insight of how Bob was running his business and what worked for him with his type of clients, with his personality, with his methods. But every time I bought into a course or I hired a consultant who was helping me to run my business my way, or helping me to fix the exercise form so it fits to my body, it was working. It was perfect. It was helpful. It was extremely effective. You know, it was money well spent. And every time I bought into something what's not interactive, what doesn't provide options, what doesn't provide choices, what doesn't provide possibilities of different possibilities for different solutions and different situations, then it was just wasted money. I just get myself fucked even more. So don't say that you know how to do pull-up. Don't say that you've done it all, you know it all, you've seen it all, because you have not, right? Look around in your circumstances and see your shoulder is hurting from the exercise, so probably something is wrong, right? Probably you are not doing something, because for most of the population out there, at least those who do pull-ups and they are not in CrossFit, their shoulders are absolutely fine with it, right? So, yeah, something is wrong there. Something is wrong there not with your body, but with your movement, right? It's not the tool. It's your ability to use your tool. I learned this from Gordon Ramsay. There was a video online on YouTube where he says that keep your knives fucking sharp, because a good tradesman never blames his tools. And when you're exercising, your body is your tool. So don't blame your exercise, don't blame your body, blame your form and improve. There are millions of groups on Facebook where you will find amazing advice, even for free. But I wouldn't spend money on that thing, because maybe you spend like 20-30 bucks and you get it fixed for a lifetime. So my advice to you is this, and this reaches a little bit deeper than the pull-up itself, is that start opening your mind up to new knowledge and use your circumstances as immediate feedbacks of how you're doing. And I'm not trying to say this to humiliate you, and I'm not saying this to tell you, oh, come on, you know it all, you're one of those people. What I'm trying to say is that it's very easy to say that, this is not for me. The squats are not for me. This running my own company thing is not for me. Come on, these online courses are not for me. I just cannot read properly. Come on, my grammar is just not good. These things are skills. You can improve all of these, and you really should improve all of these. And in fact, anything you can find what you would say, this thing is not for me, that's probably one of those things which you should really focus on to improve it. Because if you can find an obvious weakness and make it a strength, then as a person you can grow a lot in a short amount of time, right? This is like newbie gains. Anyone who lifts seriously can tell you that the first fucking months are heaven. You're growing like crazy. You're improving so fucking quick. It's insane. That's called newbie gains. And then you stop, you kind of slow down, and you need to change a little bit. You need to find some potential in you which is untapped yet, and tap into it. Some areas, some parts of you which are virgin, which you never scratched the surface, and so you can keep the newbie gains going in different parts of your life. And it doesn't apply only to the gym, it applies to everything else. It applies to your language knowledge, it applies to your grammar, it applies to my accent. Yes, it does apply to my accent. It applies to the way you dress, it applies to the way you think, it applies to the way you squat, you pull up, you push up, it applies to the way you write, it applies to the way you read, it applies to everything you do. It's so easy to say, I cannot do that. And it's so easy to say this to other people as well. Don't worry about it. Your squats are just not for you. You suck in English, but that's okay. Many people suck in English. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. No, it's not fine. You can get away with it, but it's still not fine. You can live a full life not being able to speak English, right? But if you're able to speak English, right? It's a new area of improvement. You get what I'm trying to say. I get people here who come here and say, I've never been able to do a push-up, especially women. I've never been able to do a push-up. I've never been able to do a pull-up, but everyone is telling me that don't worry about it, because push-ups and pull-ups are not for women anyway. And so they learn the push-up in less than a month. Seriously. Because they can do it. And some of them learns the pull-up in, you've just seen one of the videos of our client. She came here, she couldn't do a push-up. She was doing push-ups against the wall, and she couldn't do a pull-up. She couldn't even hang. That was 3 months ago. Now she's doing half pull-ups. Even I would say 3/4 ones. So, with her own body weight, clean and beautiful. So there is always room for improvement, and if you can find a skill where you particularly suck, that is the skill which you should focus on to improve, because with a very little effort you can bring an amazing improvement into your life and into your personality. And can you imagine how much confidence it gives you that you couldn't do a fucking pull-up 3 months ago and now you're pulling and it's awesome. And you couldn't do the pull-up for your entire life and you didn't even believe that you'll be able to do it. And now you're doing it. That's a new standard for you. That's a new way of thinking. That's a new you. With a very little effort, because since you believe that you cannot do the pull-up and you will not ever be able to do it, you didn't really train for it. So when you start training for it in a scientific structured way, you've got the newbie gains, boom. It translates to your squats, it translates to your family life, it translates to your job, right? You walk into the to the office next day and you say, I'm someone who did his first pull-up yesterday, right? You notice this feeling. I think I had this, sorry I'm going into the rant, but it kind of makes sense. I had this about 2 years ago. I was following the Diesel 20. It's a body weight program. It's a day in, day out thing, and the entire day is just built on volume on a massive drop set. Hard part of it that it's a day in, day out thing, and you cannot skip even one day. There's no such thing as you're sick. You always do your best. And it was Christmas Eve, fucking evening of the 24th of December. For Eastern Europe, for Hungary, this is Christmas Eve. For the rest of the world, it's not, but for us, it is. And so it was Christmas Eve. I was living in Malta already, and I was out in the park doing pull-ups. Christmas Eve, after dinner, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? I attended the family thingies, friend thingies, everything was okay, giving gifts, saying happy, kisses, love, whatever. And then when everyone went to bed, dressed up, fucked off to the park to do my own pull-ups. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning, I was doing pull-ups, and there were a bunch of drunk people coming and going from parties to parties, from families to families. And that was the moment when I realized that this is what makes champions. This is how you become something more. The difference when at Christmas Eve, 1 o'clock, well, which is actually the 25th, but never mind, you're doing your exercises alone whilst everyone else is going to eat or drink. That's the thing what makes champions. And guess what? Now I have my own gym. And that probably contributed to it. Not to the skills of me doing pull-ups, but the mental skills I learned during this process contributed to what you see behind me now. So this is what I have to say about it. If you find something what you cannot do, but you would like to, or you cannot even dream about it, but if you would dream about it, that would feel awesome. Like the pull-ups in your case. But you cannot do them, they hurt. They're just not for you. Learn them, master them, spend time on them, spend money on them, spend effort on them. Because the time, the work, and the money you spend on them is investing to yourself. You will grow as a person that much more. Do not give up. If you don't find anyone, or if you want, you're more than welcome to post your video or send it to me, and I'm going to criticize the hell out of it, and I will give you advice or how would I approach it, or hit me up in a private channel, send me an email, or find me on Facebook, Force Training Academy, and just, yeah, I'm happy to help you, or anyone else for that matter. Your local gym probably is happy to help you to fix to fix these things. It wouldn't be me if I wouldn't say this. By local gym, I mean not CrossFit, I mean gym. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. It's been a little bit longer than I expected it. Hopefully you found it helpful, and yeah, done. One more thing, our channel is feeding off the soul of our subscribers. So if you like what we do, you know what to do. You will need to subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that little bell button as well, so you will get notified whenever we decide to feed again.